The irrelevance of Nigerian court system and the injustice going on in Nigeria. Do you know that Nigerian Federal High Court wants to move a case to DSS? Goodness me. What does that tell you? That tells you that there's no legal system in Nigeria again. There's no court system for you to leave the Supreme Court and go into an investigation area to try whoever that you say you want to try. That tells you that this justice is not going to serve. It is a shame. It is a shame to the highest to even hear James Omoto to say such a thing, that he's moving Nnamdi Kanu case to DSS. Investigation area is not a court system. All the court system in Nigeria is no longer relevant. The only relevant place is the DSS. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that the legal system is an investigation team, it's an everything. Because this is supposed to be an independent organization. The DSS is supposed to be an independent organization that investigate crime or whatever that they investigate. Then the court system is where justice is being applied according to the rule of the law, according to the constitution and the act of the nation. What we are seeing now is injustice everywhere. We are seeing the magistrate and the chief judges does not know what they are actually standing for. Let's talk about the witness. They asked the witness, do you know Nnamdi Kanu? He say he knows Nnamdi Kanu. How do you know him? He say he called him a terrorist. You see, everyone is innocent until they are proven guilty. For him making a statement calling Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist, that could have asked the chief judge himself to pause and say, who the hell are you to make this pronunciation when I haven't made it? It's actually totally against the law. It's an allergy. That's better. But you say a terrorist. You see, the prescription says, oh, how do you call him a terrorist? And the chief judge was letting this slide. You see, that's why I'm saying in a country like Nigeria, it's good that those people that you call your magistrate come to oversee and get flogged. Law is supposed to be something people appreciate when the magistrate and the lawyers debate, and in the interviewer, when the witness are being corresponded, people will appreciate their academic qualification and those IQ that went to study law. But what we are seeing here is cock and bull story. A whole chief judge moving his own house to a police station or to whatever DSS something is moving it to. It's a shame to the highest. That will tell you that the justice system in the country is not working. That out of all the home magistrates, so the Federal High Court did not have the authority to stand and make a case stand on their own. When I heard the whole thing, I read the whole thing, I cry, I say, man, this country continues to plunder every day, deterioration every day. And people think that it's okay. Judges think that it's okay. Magistrates think that it's okay. Common Nigeria think that it's okay. Abroad, they are laughing and say, man, these people have lost it. And they have lost it. Nnamdi Kanu case is so complicated that Nigerians continue to dig themselves in and in. It's not a case. How can you move a case from the highest court of the country to the DSS to go and judge what? In magistrate court, they have their own way. Courts are being designed for magistrates to sit and for those, basically want to sit differently. But what we are seeing now, if you are going for investigation room, then you already cite the DSS. Where is the justice system? You need to, why they bring you out from court, where they bring you out from detention to court is where fairness, where justice system take place. It doesn't matter what DSS say, it doesn't matter what police said. When you come to court, the judge goes through the book and see if you commit a crime. If you commit a crime, man, you face the persecution. If you do not, they set you free, which they have done several times to Nnamdi Kanu, which even Nigerian court system don't know what to say. I am actually very shocked this case is actually going ahead. The Nnamdi Kanu Council could have first of all settled the case of Nnamdi Kanu coming to Nigeria. They could have settled the legality that lie on there before moving this case to anywhere. I don't know, maybe they are intimidated or whatever advice they have to start moving this case forward, because their board of contention could have been clarity to clarify how did their client came. Is that against the law or the law permit that? They could have clarified either to send their client out before the case, because you can't establish a case when the foundation of the case is not yet proven. That's simple. So saying that Nnamdi Kanu case and whatever it is, it does not matter. That does not matter. When Nigeria bring the case, A breach. I tell you something that happened in Australia. In Australia, there's these legal guys that operate, big drug syndicate and things like that. In fact, they gave some of them 25, 30 years. But now they find out that one of their defendant lawyer, had been dating one of the police chief. So what did the country do? They say that because of she's dating the police chief and have communicated her case with that police chief that she's dating, the whole case she judged is now altered. Definitely, the men were set free, and now the man is actually suing the Australian government for injustice. See how law works. Can that ever happen in Nigeria? That is what we are saying. We need new generation to appreciate, what law is all about, how to study law. But what we are seeing now in the Kanu case is bringing shame upon shame to Nigeria. Now the Kanu need to be set free, not only to set free, to be compensated, and everyone that is involved, being compensated too. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to show the legality of Nigerian court system, continue to disgrace those that call themselves chief justice, continue to disgrace those that study law, because what we are seeing is no longer law. When you're taking people out from the court system, you have the Supreme Court, you have the Magistrate Court, you have other local courts. No one is capable to handle Nnamdi Kanu case. It's DSS. DSS is not even a court system. DSS is built for interrogation. It's built for investigation. So, oh my goodness. Even the magistrate, even the chief justice is saying that. People could have asked, man, is this man all right? Is he mentally okay? Now they are talking about transmitter and everything. Is the judge system going to investigate, or are they going to watch what evidence of the investigation that have been carried out prove? It is a very, very funny thing. So people, I think Nigeria is a gun system, Nigeria is a gun system. The whole foundation of that country need to be uprooted from from A to Z to start again, because what we are seeing, both those you make your magistrate and everything, they are all flawed. They are all flawed. Look at how Nnamdi Kanu case continue to expose these people. They should free that young man. They should free the young man because the country is not functioning. This is what I want to say. Guys, I'm going to analyze that again. Let me know what you think about this. Thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu versus Nigeria case continues to deteriorate. Little images Nigeria has within its people and international community. Recent development is that so-called Chief Judge James OMOTOSHO believes no court premises within the 36 states is capable of hosting or handling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case. Now, DSS facility will be converted into courtroom for Nnamdi Kanu's trials. And how do Nigerian Bar Association reasoning? It is abnormal and worst. Even DSS accepts such. Well, next is to turn into a prison house to court. And what next will follow? When does evil rule a nation and flourish? Well, the English the person used to write this message might not be that sound. And the page where I'm reading this in on Facebook is a white guy, precisely from Macedonia, if I'm not mistaken. The reason itself why I am bringing this news again, because I have said something concerning this message yesterday. I think the title of that message I gave yesterday is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers is as useless as Nigerian government. I said that yesterday simply because of this reason. Because you tell me you have ex-Attorney General of Federation of Nigeria by name Kanu Agabi. And this same Kanu Agabi is son, senior advocate of that same Nigeria. That before they start the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as long as he have been made the lead counsel and also is one of the legal representatives of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trial or case supposed to be commenced if the ZUU government, the DSS, and the so-called judge James OMOTOSHO do not clarify to the world and to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to them. Nnamdi Kanu hired over 6 sons seek SAN, unless maybe they are fake SAN. They're supposed to query the government because the DSS say they are not aware how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get to Nigeria. And you, as his legal representative, a SAN for that matter, AGF of that same country, you could not figure out. Let them to clarify how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get to the custody of DSS before the trial will commence. Let's forget about the wasted years that Nnamdi Kanu have been waiting at the DSS, the ups and downs. But at the currently, this one is not the time of Michael Zekomo. It's not the time of Ifeanyi Ejiofor. It's not the time of what they call this one, Aloy Ejimako. We are not talking about Maxwell Opara. We are talking about senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN for that matter, and also an ex-AGF, Attorney General of the Federation. Does it mean that the man don't know his left from his right? Because before anything could commence, you cannot try legality under illegality. You want to commence a trial legally, but the method which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being detained and how he was brought into the country is illegal, and yet you could not question that. No problem. That one is by the way. Second, again, I'm sorry, before I proceed, let me also make this comment. Yes, I have brought this message before, but it is good to also hear from another source, because when we, the Biafrans, make mention of these cases, or rather when we bring it on here, most of us here will come here and say, you are concocting stories, you like telling lies. We hear it from another source again. That was why I'm eager to bring this news, so that another person, you could hear another different voice, hear another different narrative, hear another different analysis. Not the one you hear from Okute alone, or the one you hear from Stephen Rose alone, or the one you hear from Ugo 247 or Kelena TV. This one now is a foreigner. He have joined this call for Nigeria disintegrated, because that is exactly what it means. How can you tell me that a court will come out and tell you that no more having a trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the courtroom? Now it is in the DSS headquarters. Who does that? Who approved that? How did the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers react to that nonsense? Did the DSS also accept that? What about Nigerian Bar Association? So the Supreme Court is there, the Appeal Court is there, we have a High Court in Lagos. In fact, almost all the whole 30 federations have Federal High Court. If you feel that Federal High Court in Abuja cannot contend with it, then why them move it to another stage? What is playing out is that these people want to engage in what they call secret trial on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because in the High Court there you can as well see the dignitaries, the kind of people that is coming there. Nobody is going to stop them from coming there. But I can tell you for free of charge, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case supposed to restart again on the 18th, which is on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, on Wednesday this week. So this 18th now, you can as well agree with me, maybe it's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers will be allowed to DSS facility. Now they will tell you now this one is not a courtroom, so you are not permitted to be here because this one is a DSS official headquarters. Go and mark my word. On Wednesday, you find out that all the whole people, at least when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go to the court, despite the fact that the dignitaries, the prominent men in the Igbo lands are supposed to be there, when he see them, at least he will be happy that yes, he's not fighting this battle alone. Nobody is there. But the few ones that are coming there to encourage him, and when you see them, you can see as well see him smiling that he is not alone in this journey. Now they want to curtail the whole thing. They want to cut off the whole thing. And then a secret trial where he will just let be without nobody. Don't forget, on that last court sitting, I think on 13th, when the so-called witness, they were asked, do you know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? He said, yes, he's an IPOB leader. How do you describe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? He said he's a terrorist. Which court said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist? And yet, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have lawyers, have SANs. Nobody could say that guy. Shut that mouth up. Why must you say he's a terrorist? Which court? Even the judge is there. The judge did not even tell the idiot to shut your mouth up. That the judge, have never declared him a terrorist. Now you are telling me he's a terrorist. And everybody was in the court clapping for the idiot. Let me ask you, they used clap. They used clap to curse those so-called Nigerians. Tunumbu was they were clapping. Tinubu was sleeping, they are clapping. Tinubu fell, they are clapping. Tinubu is destroying their country, they are clapping. What is wrong with them? The so-called SAN was there. Nobody could ask this guy, which judge prescribed Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist? You said IPOB is a terrorist, right? Okay, let's forget about IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu is a leader of IPOB, and IPOB is not one person alone. If you said IPOB is a terrorist organization, automatically every Igbo man is a terrorist. Don't misquote me, because when you talk now, some people will tell you, okay, do you say Uzodinma, all these ones, they are IPOB? Yes, they are. They are Biafran by birth, if they are Igbos. To be an IPOB is different from being an IPOB member, registered member. IPOB, what does it mean? Because some people don't understand. Indigenous people of Biafra, which every head in Igbo land and the southwest carries it on their forehead as long as you are moving. But when you say it now, they will tell you, no, people who are killing, it's only people who are registered with the IPOB or who recognize IPOB are IPOBs. If Biafra comes, all these ones you are calling, they are not IPOB because they are not registered, you are not going to chase them away from that same country. So when the idiot said that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist and the lawyers, everybody was there, mopping like a mumu, nobody could tell him, shut that mouth up. Who made him a terrorist? You are the one to decide if he's a terrorist, or the court to decide, or the judgment of the court to decide. And everybody was calm. He's a terrorist. You are going to DSS now to perform what do they call it? Inspection of a container. Which container? 40 feet or 20 feet that he used to smuggle. You call it smuggle. Something that was put inside a container. It didn't go through border. It came through the so-called Apapa wharf and said he smuggled it. Okay, smuggled it, right? If that one now is an offense, what happens? How many years that one carry? Higher 3 years to 4 years. Which Nnamdi Kanu have said that one finished. I still don't understand what is the duty of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal counsel, because to me, they are doing nothing. You are cross-examining under illegality. You are accepting whatever condition they brought to you under illegality. In the whole of the world, this is the first time. Even a terrorist in a more civilized countries that are supposed to be treated like criminals are not being treated like criminals. Then how much more a DSS witness who claims he's a DSS staff, a DSS agent, now coming in a mask because they are using an IPOB, an Igbo man against an Igbo man. Till now, I still don't understand what Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, what is their job, because they are not doing the right thing. I might be right, and I also might be wrong, but I want you, please, correct me. I'm not a lawyer. Yes, I'm not a lawyer. I never attended law school. But at least, as a human being, and I have a right to my own personal opinion, the same way you have your own right to your own personal opinion. Let me know what you think concerning this message at the comment section. Because Agwo no n'akịrịka. Nnamdi Kanu's case have turned a different dimension. Now they want to court-martial him, even when he's not a DSS agent or a military man. Because that's exactly where it is going now. Organizing a courtroom inside DSS headquarters. That place is only meant for investigation. When they finish the investigation, then they report to the court, and then court will carry out the judgment. Now you bring the court case down to DSS headquarters. God have mercy. Or maybe they don't have 500 million naira again to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come to court. It's like that office now had done close. So instead of them to just say, okay, you have been discharged, go. They don't want to set them again in bringing him to the court. Now just from his cell room to whichever office they want to use as a court. I think that is what is playing out now. The politicians who are squandering money now, maybe that money again, nobody is about to bring the money again. The people who are sponsoring are get tired, because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appears 3 times in a week, That is approximately 1,500,000,000 naira. This one is not a joke. Oh. It is out there on a public domain. The person who they interviewed on Arai TV made it clear that they spent roughly 500 million naira on every case Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, every day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared at the High Court. So this one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been appearing every day. Appear 13, appear 14, appear 6, 7, 8. That is a hell of money. Billions of naira is going into somebody's personal pocket. It's like now the money they don't want to spend again. That was why they shift it. Okay. So because now it doesn't suit them again, nobody is paying money again. They have to shift the goalpost to DSS headquarters. And then Nigerian people, everybody looks is normal, and everybody was clapping hands. Anyway, I have nothing more to say, and I'm very sure that a few points of mine on this video is able to convince you, but not to confuse you, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case have taken a different dimension. Anyway, let us just take a few comments from this video, and then we'll round up this show. CJ Megamoni said, ZUU must fall. Favor Emeka say, George don't collect him own share of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case form. Federal government na run him, don't run. Oh, and English in Kenya. Alex Nwagod said, one Nigeria is dead. Divide this country before it is too late. Then Lawube, the person who posted this message, replied, it is a shame how things are going. My brother, what do you expect? Favor Emeka said, make DSS continue their matter. Ike Chuku SAD, that is ZUU for you. James Ezioku Bondo, yes, brother, you just said it all. First, the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are supposed to clarify how he entered into DSS and Nigeria before continuing the case. Ike Chukwuobi, Nigeria is a failed state and very close to collapse. Godwin Osita said, this is Nigeria for you. That is why Nigeria was referring, or Nigeria was called as a zoological republic, period. Frank Bell said, you didn't understand why they are going to DSS. Please, can you explain to us? We don't understand. Okay, they asked him why. Okay, Siebe, Austin, lawless country called Nigeria. Zikachi, he said, nothing is working anymore. Sonny Bobo Ifeanyi, Shrine of Injustice. ACC Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What is the meaning of this one, sir? Okay, Timothy Ifeanyi Chukwu Nwankwo, the chief judge, is on the run. If not, why will he transfer the case to DSS headquarters to Nigeria? What a shame. What a shame. Hilary Nnabuife free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. He is a God Almighty sent. Injustice to one is an injustice to all. It's either you end Nigeria or Nigeria will end you. Valentine Mba, that is evidence to prove that Nigeria has collapsed. Ibemka, Jerry Hope, as long as Christ liveth, Biafra will come to fulfillment. Amen and amen. And according to this guy, Innocent Nkem, said they want to see reactions from the Igbos. The judiciary is not independent, hence afraid of carrying out their judgment. Very, very shameful. Gloria Ade said, don't blame the judiciary system since Nigeria has been hijacked by the Fulanis. The case is between Nnamdi Kanu and Fulanis. Nigeria will first have to free itself if it wishes to free Nigerians, including Nnamdi Kanu and his Biafrans. Eze Chukwunwosu, they are just wasting time provoking the Igbo nation. This thing they are looking for, they are surely going to get it. Chukwudi Ane, only his life I care for. They should be proper monitored. Whatever they like, let them do. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is ready for them. Well prepared. All hell Biafra. So my people, I beg now here we go take back break because more of these videos is coming your way. When I go hear my voice again when I come back. Just make sure you circulate this video, and as you're watching, drop your opinion at the comment section. Like, share, comment, and keep subscribing because these videos will be coming your way every now and then. Bikono, kachineke mezi oku. Ka emesianụ. I love you all.